Luke chapter 1 and verse 13. But the angel said, "Don't be afraid, Zechariah. God has heard your prayer. Your wife Elizabeth will give you a son, and you are to name him John." Most of our stories of Jesus' birth seem to start with an angel speaking to either Mary or Joseph. Now, when Luke begins his story of Jesus, it actually begins with an angel speaking to Jesus' relative, a man who would be his uncle, Zechariah. Zechariah is ministering in the temple when the angel appears. The angel tells Zechariah that his wife will bear a son, one who will go before the Lord. That's Jesus, of course. And this is odd and strange for Zechariah because, well, he's quite old now. Now, when God told Abraham that his wife Sarah would bear a son, Sarah laughed at the idea because of the age of them both. You can read about that in Genesis chapter 18. So, in a similar way, when the angel tells Zechariah that his wife will bear a son in her old age, Zechariah doesn't really quite believe it. Zechariah asks how he can be sure that such an outlandish promise will come to pass. The angel replies, "I am Gabriel." Now, this is a name Zechariah may have recognized from the book of Daniel. And he then tells Zechariah that he will be mute until the message comes to pass. Zechariah is a priest. He was in the temple doing his duties. He should know these things. He should not have questioned the angel, because, as a priest, he should know from the scriptures what to expect. Now, perhaps there's a difference between what we know and what we believe. What do you know about Jesus? How has that knowledge of his teachings shown your belief? In what we call the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus talks about not worrying. Well, what worries do you have? Is it about what you will eat or what you will wear? Is your life dominated by the material things of this life? God feeds the birds, but you're more valuable than they are. He cares for the flowers that are here today and thrown into the fire tomorrow. So do not let your doubts and concerns over these things distract you from the wonderful promises of God. Slow down. Take a day at a time. Reflect on God's promises to you. Don't ask, "How can I know?" Just believe. Belief makes all the difference.